Welcome back, nerds. Today we get into the vast mythology of Thor's rogue gallery. 10. Brother Tode. Brother Tode is the king of the deviants and fought Thor when the Thunder God happened to be working with the Eternals. Brother Tode has no powers, just kind of the regular deviant physiology. He did have an oversized head though, which made it hard. 9. Tokkots. Bloodthirsty and speaks in rhyme. What more could you want from a villain? He first appeared in New York, which meant not only did he fight Thor, but also Spider-Man. Whatever he touches rots, like cars, buildings, nothing and no one is safe. He can also make copies of himself and fly, but thankfully he does have a weakness when it comes to sound frequencies, because otherwise, no weakness, yeah, just pack that up. 8. Hyrm. Hyrm pilots a death ship made of finger and toenails. Truly, that ship is the last place I would ever want to be, but it isn't the most interesting thing about him. He's a giant. When Asgard was in turmoil thanks to Ragnarok, Hyrm was one of the many that attacked it. He also managed to land a damaging blow to Thor's hammer, but was able to be taken out by Iron Man, which kind of feels a little bit like plot armor, as much as I do love Tony Stark. 7. Jared Carstairs, inventor, weatherman, stalker. 3 things that typically should not go together. Due to the stalking, Jared was fired as the local weatherman. He couldn't handle not having the weather in his life though, so he became Weathermaker. He invented a suit that could create weather, like rain, tornadoes, lightning, and hail. He was a danger for everyone. Thor destroyed the Weathermaker's power pack, stripping the villain of his powers, leading to his arrest. 6. Crusader. Arthur Blackwood was deeply religious, to the point where he believed that if you weren't religious or didn't believe in his god, you either needed to start believing or be gone. He saw Thor as blasphemous because, well, he calls himself the Thunder God, right? Which shouldn't be possible if you believe there is only one true god. Arthur gained impressive powers from the spirits of his ancestors, turning him into the Crusader with the goals of all the Crusaders that came before him. He was so powerful, he was able to hold his own against Thor and even seriously injured the Norse god. However, when Thor popped back up again, good as new, the villain began to doubt his abilities and Thor shattered his sword. 5. Durok. This villain was created specifically to fight Thor, and you'll never guess who commissioned them. Loki. Quite literally, he wanted the villain to destroy Thor, and that is it. The Silver Surfer was also involved in the fight. Durok bent his surfboard, and the only way to defeat him was by taking him to the future right before the big crunch happens. So this implies that the villain is unbeatable by modern standards, and only the collapse of the universe could handle the job. 4. Thermal Man. A robot originally designed to be a super worker in factories and industries, the robot designs were stolen by the government and reprogrammed to destroy America. The robot was tested by getting shipped off to the US. Obviously, he lands in New York first and pretty quickly makes a mess of it all. By the time Thor gets there, it's a disaster. Most of the city has been evacuated. In the end, the country that sent it realized how bad they messed up, so they sent an experimental explosive to take care of that robot. It was less of a good faith gesture and more because they realized that this was basically a declaration of war. In the end, despite Thor's best efforts, all that really worked was subduing the robot and freezing him. 3. Doughboy. He's not a real boy, he's a blob that looks like dough or, well, Jabba the Hutt. He was created by Zola to be a servant and has worked with the villain his entire life. Doughboy's claim to fame, other than his distinct appearance, is his shapeshifting abilities. Of course, if you're modeled after dough, you would hope that they can shapeshift. 2. Millennius. He has only popped up once to fight both Thor and the Silver Surfer. He was imprisoned by Odin and another dimension years ago because he tried to destroy all life everywhere on Earth. I do think that warrants a lockup. He was not only powerful enough to, well, try that, but also to fight Thor and the Silver Surfer at once and give them a hard time. 1. Jack the Ripper, the Parasite. You ever see something that just makes you sick of Marvel? Because that is what Jack the Ripper, the Parasite is for me. So, infamous Jack wasn't actually a person in the Marvel Universe, but a parasite sent from the dark dimension by Dormammu that would take root in a host and then encourage them to commit terrible crimes and act as sort of an earthly host for the demon. Because the first set of atrocities he committed gave him the name Jack the Ripper, every host from that point forward took up that mantle, kind of. Then years down the road, Jack possesses an actor, Ben Wolf, working on a slasher project. Ben is involved in a nuclear explosion because of course he is, and now he has the ability to produce knives out of energy. Driven mad by the parasite, Wolf begins to act out his script in real life, taking someone close to Thor and attempting to eliminate an entire women's shelter. Thankfully, he was stopped by Thor, but what a wild ride. What do you think? Let us know in the comments section. Thanks so much for watching. Don't forget to like and subscribe. Bye, nerds!